What's up, fam? Hey, thank y'all for tuning in once again. And as always, like, share, comment, subscribe. And when you subscribe, hit that notification bell so every time I drop a video, you will be the first to know about it. Today, I'm going to do a part one of a two-part video, quote-unquote, series about King Richard, the movie. Now, I haven't seen the movie yet, so this video is going to really be about the critics that I've read about, that's been out there, trying to slam this movie, but really haven't been able to, because black people are starting to come together about this. Some of us, I think it should be more. But I plan on watching this movie tomorrow on Thursday while everybody's eating turkey and dressing. I plan on watching the movie tomorrow. I've just been kind of busy, so I haven't really had time to watch it. And I was gonna watch it last night, but got home, fell asleep. I've been tired. But today, because I want to talk about the critics, and then when I watch it, my second video will be, I'm gonna give my take on the film and what I think about it. But today, I'm going to talk about the article in news1.com. And it says, Black Twitter slams a few critics over sexism claims in KingRichard. Let me keep this short. I'm not going to talk about the article. We're going to talk about this lady named Dr. Jessica Taylor. And man, I think everybody's been on her ass. And I sure hate it because it means she's going to get like 11,000 million views on this. Is going to make her real popular. But let's have to say it. Did they seriously make a film called KingRichard about the success of Serena and Venus Williams? But it's about their dad, Richard. And then she come out and said, I get this has annoyed people, but I genuinely didn't expect a film about two of the most powerful, successful, and amazing black female athletes to be named after a man or center a man. I would have loved this film to be all about them and not a man. That is it, really. What a funk ass feminist. It's like this white chicks don't understand. I mean, just by the movie, number one, Venus and Serena executive produced this movie. Which means now it says in the stories that they came at the end and then watched it and said, okay, we'll put our name behind it. But even with that means they saw the movie, agreed or like how their father was portrayed. No, he wasn't the perfect man, but as the story goes, man, pick up the first stone. If you lived a perfect life, nobody has been perfect. Nobody. No father has been perfect, because fatherhood, being a father, especially a black father, man, this shit is hard. It is tough raising them because, one, as we know, Mr. Rich, he wasn't a rich man. He taught his kids a sport that he knew to help get them out of poverty. He knew that the education system, whatever the normal way of things is going, was not going to work for his children, his daughter. So he said, I got a plan. We're gonna make this plan work out. If it fails, it fails. And a lot of times, sometimes plans fail. That's just life. Sometimes you can have a perfect plan and something happens and it doesn't work out. But this plan worked out. The killer part is that, like I said, the two sisters, they could have said anything negative about the dad. Because sometimes they wasn't on the best of terms. But I can understand he's a hard man. Shoot, you ask my daughters, and they would tell you many a story about how hard I was on them. I got one still in high school, though, but how hard I was on them and still am on them. Well, how hard I was on them in the beginning. Since the beginning, when it came to grades. They could tell you many stories where they sit at their kitchen table crying about a math problem because I was on them. Wasn't no slacking. Made you use your brain. You weren't gonna sit there and play stupid with me. I just didn't see it because I know how this world is. Man, I grew up watching Good Times. And James Evans, you know what I'm saying, getting ready to whoop Michael because, you know, he did something to try to I'm going to mess his grades up. But we know how it is being black in America, period. And so this woman here, this clown here, I guess like I said, she probably, like I said, some sort of feminist, said that she'd rather the movie be made all about them and not a man. If I was a child and somebody said they wanted the movie be made by me and not some man or some woman, and you speaking about my parents, oh, it's gonna be a problem. Because to them, he ain't just a man. He is their father. If it wasn't for Brother Richard, Venus and Serena would not be the two greatest tennis players of all time. Two of the greatest tennis players of all time. With one of them might possibly be the greatest. Matter of fact, Venus might have been better than Serena if it wasn't for like health issues that she had. And they would have been the two greatest tennis players of all time. But the dad had to put the seed in, and he worked with them hours at a time in the city of Compton around gang and drug infestations. He was determined to make his kids something greater than himself. And he succeeded. Don't care about what it took. But for some reason, these people hate to see a black man portrayed as a positive role model in a black family, and that's crazy. You don't mind seeing Superfly, New Jack City, Power. I can say Empire to a point because it started to get real silly toward the end. I think I stopped watching after the first season because it's like, man, this is kind of negative. Anything that shows people shows our people in a negative light, they love it. Training Day, even Training Day, one of my most favorite movies, but that's a movie that Denzel get an award for. Out of all the movies he made, they gave him an award for that one because he played a cricket cop and they got killed by the Russians. But that's what they want. That's how they want to see us portrayed, either that or buffoons. But when we do stuff like this, pay homage to our fathers, our black fathers, heterosexual, strong black male figures, it's a problem. It becomes a real problem, and that's a problem in itself. Like Joe Jackson, they try to portray Joe Jackson as being a tyrant, but he had successful kids. Never heard a story about Joe Jackson molesting his children, sexually molesting his children. Latoya, was kind of thought out there for a minute, but she got quiet. But other than her, I never heard no issues about, drug addicts, kids going to jail. I think one of them got shot by Tina Turner, I think. I don't know. But other than that, nothing major. Detrimental to the family, detrimental to their kids' lives. They all, from what I see, going through, if they got any problems, going through the normal problems that normal people go through. But he created one of the greatest entertainers of all time with Michael Jackson, and his brothers and Janet. They all had talent. I mean, let's just be honest, And Joe Jackson put that in them to get out of Gary, Indiana. It's like, what is wrong with a man saying that I'm going to do what I can to get us out of poverty? And yes, a lot of people use their kids to do it because they're grown, they got kids, they have to pay bills. But these kids don't have no responsibility. So while they're young, I can create some of the greatest athletes, entertainers, masterminds in the world. so they don't have to go through this as adults, and they can live the lives that I was not able to live. Speaking in general, LeVar Ball, now he had money, he had a little money, what have you. Came out, said his kids were going to be the greatest basketball players ever. Everybody laughed at him, and then he said he's going to make a shoe. Everybody talked down on that. Dude said he want to start a league where people who couldn't make it to the pros, in high school, college, whatever, makes money while playing ball. They shitted on that. But what's funny now, you got these white folks that are trying to do the same thing. Creating leagues where these high schools and college kids can get played, change these rules to where they can get paid to play ball. But LeVar Ball said this, and there was a problem. But yet, we don't want to give him praise, but yet all three of his boys are playing pro ball somewhere. But yet, like I said, there's no praise for that. Somewhat gave Tiger Woods' dad praise, but he wasn't really out there. Wasn't really just as boisterous or whatever. He's kind of quiet as kept. But Tiger Woods' dad created one of the greatest golfers of all times. But he doesn't get enough. I mean, no, they did a Nike commercial with Tiger Woods and his dad voice and stuff like that. But he died a long time ago, so it's probably why. But they tried to prop his mom up there. Knowing doggone well she ain't got to play no, she's a mom, but she ain't got to play no tennis. But my thing is, you have these black fathers who try to find a way for their kids to get out of poverty and not be in poverty, and they're getting slammed for it. And so this lady here is just one reason, just one example. And I'm not gonna keep you long because, like I said, I'm gonna go watch the movie first. I heard a lot of good reviews about it from everybody. I haven't heard it. I don't know why it's really not being promoted more, especially HBO has a lot of money, and I'm sure these movie theaters have a lot of money that they could do a little more promotion. The movie been out about a week and you ain't seen a whole lot of commercials about it. Yeah, that's kind of suspect. But hey, I'm trying to promote it on my Instagram, Facebook channels. Promote it, telling people to promote it. Asking more people, everybody, just to see this and just, share it to everybody, so it can grow. So it can grow. So everybody, because this needs to be promoted. Black fathers need to be promoted. Like I said, it's not an easy job. There's no book around it. Like I said, we gotta be hard men. The thing about it, black fathers, we are hard. We are hard on our children. Like I said, I know I was. And my kids tell you, like I say, till this day, I was hard as a son gun, but I always loved her. I love them, they love me. I understand that. I believe that because I always been the person to say, man, look, I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm gonna be real with you. I ain't gonna sugarcoat anything, and they know this. And I always said, hey, you can hate my kids can hate my guts, and yes, it'll hurt, and you know what I'm saying, and yeah, it'll hurt. But as long as they become productive members of society, not lazy, not excuse driven, out there, they go to school, get a career, do what they need to do for themselves and their family as they get older. That's my reward. That's all I need. I don't need you loving me and liking me, and all, and but yet I'm supporting you in your adult years. I don't need that. And you stressing me and stuff like that, and I don't need that. What I need is, like I say, I'm gonna teach you this, and you go with it. Yeah, life is gonna be hard, and I'm gonna try to make it. I'm trying to make it as easy for you as possible. But you gotta go through things, and you gotta do what you gotta do. Like I say, shout out to KingRichard. That's what they call their dad. So that's what I'm gonna call him too, KingRichard. Shout out to Serena and Venus Williams for for backing the movie. I'm gonna say creative, but backing the movie about their father while he's still living. Give him his roses while he's living. If you know a Black Aboriginal American male father or father figure who's out there making a difference in the world of Black children, give them their flowers, man. Show them, tell them how much you appreciate it. Do it, because if not, we'll continue to see bullshit like The Blind Side. Where even, what's the guy named? Michael Moore, that's his name? Even the young brother that the movie was about, he ain't like that movie. But Hollywood loved that movie. Hollywood loved the movie of them folk rescuing poor and destitute black kids, getting them out of the projects, getting them out of poverty, and then make something of their life, and they give all the credit to some white woman or some white family. They love that. But that's not reality. That's not our reality. Most of us, like, so if we done came up, it's out of doing of our own fathers, our own grandfathers, or men that have been in our lives, that are father figures, and we appreciate that. And we know they have a narrative trying to say that the black man is not in kids' lives, and we know that is false. Because, matter of fact, real quick, in this Newsweek article about the absent black father's myth, it states that black fathers, 70% were most likely to have bathed, dressed, diapered, or helped their children use the toilet every day, compared to white, 60%, and Hispanic fathers, 45%. Also, more black fathers and white fathers took their children to and from activities every day and helped their kids with homework every day. That's exactly what I did. That's exactly what I do every day. That I was there. When me and my kid's mother divorced, I was still in the same neighborhood. I would still take my kids to school every day, pick them up every day, go to the activities every day, take them to practice every day. Hell, I was even a coach of their sports every day. But me and the mother wasn't together. But you try to look at some of the statistics, you know what they would say? That my kids were in the fatherless home. So that would automatically make you think that I wasn't around. And that's just not true. Because I've been around since before day one with their mother. Like, again, say, like, quote, fathers can mean different things to different people. At what point is a child fatherless? Seeing dad only once a month? Never. Some kids who live with their fathers sometimes feel fatherless. Still, given that many kids who live separately from their fathers don't see them, or at least don't see them often, statistically, fatherlessness is more common among African American families and among others. But when you talk about the broken homes and the broken families, stuff like that, like I said, it's a Newsweek article. But again, like I said, this is a myth. We are there. We are active. And we're trying every day to get our people out of poverty, starting at home, starting with our own children. And that's what we got to keep doing. But anyway, that's all I got to say about that, man. Leave your comments in the description box. Like I said, I don't want to go too long because, like I said, I want to do another video about this after I see the movie and get more detail and in depth with a lot of stats and stories and quotes and stuff like that. But bottom line, to hell with this feminist and anybody else who feels like her. I love to see. What she say? I love this how the film. I would have loved this film to be about them and not about a man. Do she not know that there are a few documentaries that you can go online and watch about Venus and Serena Williams? Some of them separately, some of them together, and it's about their story. But you get one movie about their dad, and somebody got a problem with it. They can kiss my ass for all I care. But anyway, tell me what you think. Hey, like I say, leave your comments below. If you want to support the channel, look in the description box. Click that website. You know what I'm saying? Purchase some merchandise. You know what I'm saying? I say fair trade. So you're just giving money. You can give money, give merchandise in return. If you want to start a YouTube channel, click that tube button link And it'll help you start to navigate through this whole system of, learning how to do channels, and it'll show you what the hot topics are. It'll show you, give you good tags and keywords to use to get more viewership, which in turn can get you more subscriptions, which is what this is all about. And with that being said, I leave you the same way that I always come. And that's a peace.